welcome to today's episode of Spice and Nice.
I am in the Spice.
And I'm Denise the Nice. And today we're going to talk about something that we talk about quite often, but in different angles. Today we're going to talk about how do you bounce back stronger. And specifically today we're going to talk about betrayal.
Yeah.
Betrayal can come from our loved ones. It can come from within the team that you lead. It can also come from outside sources.
Yeah.
Right.
Or can come from your ex-boyfriend or girlfriend.
It can even come from your family sometimes.
Yeah.
Yeah, you never know. Okay, how do we bounce back stronger?
I think everybody is
Cry
sick of
first.
life. They will have a different state first, right?
Mm.
I think we almost have betrayed in all area of our life to start understand this lesson that people change. It take me quite 33 years of my life to learn that lesson that nothing is
Forever.
And I think the faster you accept that the lighter you will move on with things and people when they clinging to things. So I don't know, everybody go through betray in different way, but for me so far is all my betray experience when I'm in the past is because I'm grow more than the person next to me, and when I'm no longer benefit for them, somehow they step in my back. Even it's from business, even from relationship, even in marriage, even in friend, even so it's very long for me to learn the lesson, and up to now I still go through that the same lesson again, right? I mean, it's have nothing to do with me that I'm not good enough, that I'm not try my best
Hard
or not
enough.
do hard enough for a relationship, but I'm start detach myself from that to start understand that things just happen and people change because everybody at different state in life they want and need different things, and the want and the need that they have may not match with you. For example, if I look back, I say, like, I have this conversation in lunch with my other girlfriend, and she asked me how was I feel like after divorce, because she also divorced, and I'm like, that's the best thing ever happened to me. And I'm not saying it in the way of like I'm so proud of myself to doing it, but without that I wouldn't have a peaceful family relationship with my daughter. I was so busy to chase after someone that no longer loved me, and I'm so busy to fix something that no longer can fix, or I'm too busy to be somebody else to please somebody else in the society eyes that I call husband and wife, and I forgot that I have another human being in the house to raise. And I'm feel the last like 8 years of Ava grow with me is the best feeling ever I have, because the peaceful. And then sometimes I go out, you have to have that contract like yin and yang. And then you see other family fighting, and then you see the kid in between, and then you see the kid suffer, or even you meet your friend and they still stuck in the toxic relationship, and then you saw the kid eyes suffer from weakness, the parent, and then I'm like, I feel bad for the kid, but I can't save their marriage, and I only can tell myself that I'm glad that I make that decision early on, so I can have this healthy relationship with my kid. Or like even when she come back to me and she say, "Mommy, our house is so chill. Our house is so chill." She always say that. She like this is the chill and peaceful house, and I'm glad I gave her that, right? So she don't feel drama when she go home. Can you imagine the kid already fight all day outside to be perfect in front of the teacher, in front of society, in front of her friends, and then she go home, she have to wear another mask to pretend. What a tired life was that, right? I would love to see her go home comfortably. So I think for you to bounce back in anything, first you have to be thankful to all that bad experience. Right? Even this few weeks we're talking about that when I share with Denise, I say, 6 months ago that drama it actually is the best thing happened, because now I did the best amazing thing. Right? Every best thing happen when the bad thing happen, at that moment you can't see why is it and what it is for. But after you go through that strongly, trust in faith and trust that silence does not mean you lose, or silence does not mean you agree with something, or silent did not mean you are not good enough, or you need to improve, or you need to justify. Every time I'm go through something that I bounce back stronger from betray, every silent I book to the world at that moment, I feel the stretch of growing up for me personally. I don't know, you get what I mean, right? Like,
I think you're silent because you're busy doing something.
yeah,
You're busy fixing it. That's
yeah,
why you're silent.
yeah. But at the same time, I don't have a need like a 5 years old kid to justify what is going on anymore. Right? When you kid, you would try to go around and justify people what you're doing. But then that's when you don't have a sense of who you are, and trust that you already try your best in every moment, and trust that God will know what you're doing.
I think
Right?
when you don't have proof to yourself that you can do what you want to do, that's when I try to justify to people.
Yeah.
Because inside I don't feel like I can do it. Does it make sense?
Yeah.
But because if let's say I've done something a lot of times before and I know I can do it again, there's no need for me to tell them, hey look, I can do it.
Yeah.
Because I have done it many times before. I'm like, yeah, I can do it.
Yeah.
Later you just watch. I mean, talk is cheap.
Yeah.
Just show what you can do. But sometimes it takes time. And I think that's a lot of the things that a lot of people don't get or don't give themselves enough time. Like I expect it to happen tomorrow.
Yeah.
But it's not going to happen tomorrow.
Yeah.
And
You
it's going
can't.
to take 6 months, maybe 1 year or longer.
I think it's like not people get it, like why not everybody can bounce back after the betray, because the love and the care, the emotional, the
You put
intimacy,
inside.
you book inside, the shame, the guilt, the you have to have all that factor to be together with someone to build certain relationship. And then now everything that you have, you cannot accept the new reality, right? I think that's the harder
That's true.
thing.
You cannot accept the new reality that and there's ego tied in, right? Like
Yeah.
I see the person wrongly. I was wrong. My
Yeah.
judgment was flawed,
Yeah.
right? And
You
then
cannot
there's
accept yourself that
you were wrong.
you were dumb and naive and stupid before. It's
Yeah.
very hard because it's first you have to admit to yourself first
That
before
I'm
you
dumb
say
and naive and stupid.
yeah.
Yes, correct. And then after that you get through the ego part.
Yeah.
And then after that comes the sadness, right? The sadness, the grief. But then and then after that, then you can fix the thing. For me at least, I need to get
You have
through.
to own it first, like, okay, that's the part. It's okay, it's just remember that someone betray you and you have to bounce back strong. Just remember the same way you will feel when someone pass away. It's the same thing. You have to say goodbye to that person you think who are they just die.
The
That's it.
new person is come.
Yes. They say new person. Do you have a big heart to love the person who they are at this moment, at this day? And I think that's why a lot of people who marry or in relationship, it's very hard for them to stay long, because every time old version of their loved one die, they have to fall in love with a
Yes.
new version every
Yes.
single day.
Every single day. Every single day is a new challenge.
Yeah. Whatever you used to know the person,
Maybe
they change, they
yeah.
grow. That's why you have to grow closely.
Or
You have to
grow at
grow
a similar
together.
speed.
Yeah.
I realize that a lot of times when you outgrow people and like you say they betray you because you no longer serve their purpose.
Yeah.
And okay, I would say this, and most people are selfish. And I am selfish also. Humans are selfish because we think about own survival. Right? That's the first and foremost in our mind. We can say we are kind, we are all that, but if you think about it, tomorrow if I have to make this person not exist to protect somebody I love, maybe I do that also. You never know, right? So humans are selfish by nature because of our own survival.
Yeah.
But what I'm trying to say is you can overcome that selfishness by looking at the bigger picture. And sometimes you move through your own emotions, move through your own ego, and then after that the faster you get through to the other side, the faster you can put into action plan.
Yeah.
And then that's when you bounce back. A lot of people are stuck at the emotion part, right? Like we say just now, the ego, the sadness, I was stupid, and blah blah blah. And then after that, they stuck there for a long time. That's why they sometimes they take 2 years, the boyfriend or girlfriend betray them.
Yeah.
Then after that, they 2 years, they say, oh, I still stuck, the boyfriend, girlfriend betray. Why? The person already move on already, and you're just stuck there. You
Yeah.
cannot get past it. That's why you stuck in life forever. I'm sorry to say that.
They can't see it themselves.
I'm sorry to say that, but yeah, it's true. So how do you? Okay, this is my question to you. How do you move yourself back into action? Because there's some emotional upheaval, right? There will be some emotional upset, some emotions or whatever it is. How do you get past that to go into action? Because only with action then you can bounce back. Only with action that you have results.
I think it's a very good question, and I never really asked myself that question, but I can see where does that come from. So I will say based on my personal character,
Based on a
and
perspective.
how do I use that to solve all a problem in my life. I think I asked myself this question every over and over again when I was 15. I say, tomorrow I die, is that matter? No. No matter how bad the day is, trust me. Someday people throw stone on my channel. Someday people stab in my back 1,000 times. They make story. They do fake thing. Even all the exes that I have, like my ex-husband, for example, they always create new drama for you. I ask myself, tomorrow I die, what is matter?
Mm.
Because they have things to talk because I'm still alive.
Mm.
Tomorrow I die, just say they talk bad about me for another 2 weeks,
That's
and
it,
then
you
so
done.
what?
Yeah,
And then so what? Maybe they remember my life for another few more years.
that's it.
Sometime I'm up in their story, but that's it. But you know the person who more hurt the most and more pain the most and will be feel like like love me to who Kelly truly who am I, which is I hope I'm correct, is my child.
Mm.
And the only thing for me to fix it is what I create today, that when one day she grow up and she look back, I'm a role model for her. Okay, let's just don't book a child. Just say tomorrow if I don't have Eva, can I don't have depend on that. Will be people that beside me, be people
Mm.
to come to me in private, like my friend, my people work with me, and then we'll have a conversation. And then for me, it's tomorrow if I die, is it matter? Yes, it's matter to them.
Yes,
So I will only talk to the people that
that
I know
matters.
is
Yeah.
matter.
Mm.
If they person not matter to me, am I need to justify for them? No. Even I talk to my friend, I'm not justify. I'm
Mm.
really have a conversation of I sharing the truth because you matter to me.
Mm.
I don't wish you to go and tell the whole world who am I, right?
Mm.
But you know who am I? I know you who you are. We have a conversation. We have a secret that we've been shared to each other, and you know the truth, and that's it,
Mm.
right? So I think everybody forgot about that. They tried to prove a lot of things, but they forgot to ask, is it matter? Is it
Mm.
matter? Is it worth of justification? Is it person worth of justification? If that's my daughter, yes, I will pull her back and I tell her her
Explain.
side of
Yeah.
story. But I'm not going to ask her to, hey, then you have to favor me. No, you know. If you do wrong, then you just have to admit wrong. If I do, I would tell her that I do. I think your kid will witness a lot of wrong thing you do, and your friend and people that close with you. The more close
The
they are,
closer they are,
the more they
the
see you
the
the side of
yes,
not flawless. I'm not
yes.
flawless. I'm at home. I'm look like a swamp. What is that called? Like the sit in one corner and lazy and watching TV sometimes.
Piece of shit.
Yeah, I'm not in always like, hey, everybody say yeah. No, right?
Nobody
But
can be like that all the time. I
yeah,
think it's
but
quite
in general,
impossible.
people will expect you.
No,
You
because
look
that's
like
the side people see.
yeah.
Yes.
My point is, I have to ask myself that question every time crisis come. Tomorrow you die, also what? Tomorrow you die, is it matter?
Mm.
Like today you justify, tomorrow you die, the world will be a better place. No, then do for what?
Mm.
Right? And the next day when you don't justify, people will make more story based on that, and then you're like, okay, people will make more story even you die. But is it change the fact that people who care for you love you or no? Or like did it change the fact that whatever you been create for the world,
Mm.
is it whatever you left the world is the legacy or
Mm.
shit? Okay, then another day go through, and the
Yeah.
next day again they will not let you go. They bite a dog because you have things that they want, right?
Yeah.
And then you ask yourself the next question again. Okay, the person not decide to stop yet. What are you going to do about that? Are you going to open up your mouth, justify? No. Did you feel upset? Yeah. What do you make you feel better? Go onsen, do massage, to have a good walk, go chat with your friend. Then third day, right? Fourth day. Oh, now you not go back alone. You go back with an army, for example, the whole family come, or like they go create your new thing, and then you look at all of them from far, and you're like, it's over, right? Is that make any difference after this conversation? Are you going to marry this person again? No, right? And after you justification, you're going to, what do you want? What is do you want result from it?
The conclusion.
And then you realize that no, it will be back and forth the same story.
It will be the same.
That's it. Then you just quiet and move on to the next day. And then next day, another whole army come and say, I'm so disappointed on you. I was waiting. You don't give any answer.
Blah blah blah.
Blah, 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 blah. And then you ask yourself again, is it matter? Did the person make me richer? Did they were there when I broke? Did they were there when I was tough life?
Yeah.
Did they clean the shit for my daughter diarrhea? Then why is the sentence is matter? Move on the next day. Some people fire like they quit the job for in your company because the scandal you have in the news. And then not even quit the job, they will give you an attitude, even you groom them up, right? And they so emotional, they were like, I'm so disappointed, I can't believe you do this, blah blah blah. And then you ask yourself, did they give you a job or you give them a job? Did they say that in terms of you not a bad boss, or it's just because some fake information they hear and they straight away believe? It means for a while they did not care and respect you as a boss either. Because if they use their brain, they should be logical things. This is stupid. And then you ask again, is it matter? So that's how I deal with daily by daily or bounce back stronger. Is I always very aware that good thing or bad thing will never last. Every day bad thing come, you would think it's the end of the day, but the end of the day only come when you die.
Yes.
You die, that's it. Nothing else to think about. That's it. You know, whatever
Nothing else to think about. Yes.
whatever left in the world, people left behind have to deal with it.
Yeah, it's never you that deals with it.
Exactly.
You're gone already.
You're gone.
Yeah.
You think people in the coffin, they care about what you treat their body? They don't.
They're done already.
Only the family member care how grand they want to do it, how beautiful you
Actually,
want
it's
to
for
do
the
it.
family members.
Yeah, that's
the
it.
The people who are left behind.
But you don't really deal with that when you left in the world. So the only thing that you have a different is you think, you have mind, you have, and you thinking and your mind like, okay, so you with me for some fear of crisis of my life, right? But you realize that my response always with crisis that always I'm silent.
Yeah, silent.
Right. And people think that is people think silent is pussy or coward. Do you know how hard was that to train yourself to be silent?
But I will say this about, I don't know about other people, but for you, when you silent, it's because you're fixing it.
Yeah.
You're thinking about how to fix it and you fixing it.
Yeah.
You
But more than that,
actioning.
I'm actually grow myself by myself. Because I also start own it and understand that at the seat that I sit right now, not everybody will understand what I go through.
Yeah, even if you explain, people will not understand.
Yeah.
They just think you're making excuses.
Yeah. They're not. You haven't sit at my seat yet. You know, my seat here, I completely confident say I'm already above a lot of people in terms of achieving in my life, right? And I have the right to say that at this age, I'm very sure not many women can understand my level of maturity. Not in the cocky ways, but you have to suck it up. You want to be a leader, you want to be a boss lady, you want to run a company, you have to take all the pain to yourself, and you have to digest that to shit, to urine, to cry.
The urine come out from here.
You know what I mean, right? You
But
can't.
it's like that, right? Like you are doing things, you have achieved things, and you are doing things that are different from people. So you also cannot. What you're trying to say is you also cannot expect people to understand you.
That's right.
Because you're in a different. It's like, for example, I see somebody with a broken arm or broken leg. I can imagine the pain. I can imagine, but I will never understand.
That's right.
Until I have broken my arm or broken my leg.
Yeah.
Then I can understand.
Yeah.
The pain that the person is going through.
Yeah.
So it's the same, like your seed, my seed. Everybody has their own difficulties.
Yeah.
And the bigger your achievement, the bigger the difficulty. And there's somebody, I think I think Alex Mosey or Leila Mosey, she said that if you want to sit in a seat or you want to achieve things that is different from other people, you cannot expect other people to understand you.
Yeah, they
Be-
won't.
yeah, because if they understand you, that means they are doing the same thing as you. Then you will not be in a different position from them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think the what people realize that when I'm starting, when I was young leader, I would not lie to you. I will always feel that I'm not doing a good job when everything happened because you're looking for perfection, right? You think like you'll be a boss and you want to do it perfect, and you want when one of your employee quit, you feel, oh my god, I must be terrible boss.
That's why the person quit and all
Maybe
that.
that's why
Yeah.
the person quit. Or like when the client try to refund, or like they try to get back the money, they fight with you, they pick fight with you, and then you're like, oh my god, am I not giving enough good service and all that?
Mm.
And then you will run. So I start my first business when I'm 18. Now I'm 33. So it's after 15 years of you do business, you realize that people is just be people. When they don't want to do anything with you, they throw a shitload of things, they flip the table, they make up the story. The truth is still the truth. They may need that money for something emergency. Rather, the wife chase after them, where is the money I give you, and then you go to invest. Or like they run company and then they pump all the money in the company, they buy the product, the end the dad or the mom or somebody in the family is sick, and then they come after you for the money that they want to take back. That's it. They will make a ton of things, nothing personal. And I think that's what you have to learn. The more you grow up and the more you see people emotionally flip the table, the more you realize that it have nothing to do with you.
Mm.
And I think the most obvious is money. I think money is the most obvious thing that I saw people change character toward me. It's just because of that period they need money for something.
Mm.
I tell you a story. It's like, for example, in a period of COVID, right? I just done my divorce. So my ex was very happy divorced me, and then COVID hit, and then
Oh.
he realized that, oh shit, now he need money.
Because he
He
doesn't have
go
income anymore.
exactly.
Yeah.
Then they go after you. And then you were like, wow, that's life is so interesting. They will go to the weaker person they used to know to take any single cent from that person because they don't dare to go anywhere else to take something. And I can many story in my life that I learned and I link together. That is, I realized that who slave for the money is the quicker the person turn and stab anybody, not even me, anybody in their
That
life
they feel they can get.
that they feel they can stab or they feel they can get it, they will show the true color.
Yes.
The reason why they have to get to you yet because you don't have that kind of money. That's it.
Yes.
It doesn't mean they're kind to you or they good to you. It's just you haven't had a kind of money for them
Correct.
to go after you.
This is something else that when you talk about that, right, is something else that I read somewhere. When you are powerless, when you are not rich, when you don't have that kind of influence that other people want from
Exactly.
you,
Mm.
everybody will be kind to you
Yeah,
because you are not a threat.
because you're not a threat.
Yeah, that's why everybody is kind to me for now. Because I'm not a threat. But the moment you are a threat or you become stronger than them, bigger than them, richer than them, they will try to come after you
Yeah.
until you get big to the point where you are so far away from them, they know there's no point.
Yeah.
But if you are just a little bit better than them or a little bit richer, a little bit more influence, they will try to pull you down or
100%.
try to get something from you to make their own power bigger, they
Yeah.
are more rich or whatever it is. Like I say, humans are selfish.
Yeah. You just
So
have to aware that when a moment you are in the certain place where people go after you and step something or try to take something from you or try to make bad thing about you or make story up about you, don't feel hurt.
that means you are big but not big enough yet.
Yeah.
When you are so big that people will be like, okay, forget it. This person is 50 levels above me. There's no way I can reach her or him. So okay, forget it. I will give up. But
Yeah.
if you're 1 or 2 levels, you see people will start to
I like this one. I hear one of my, in Vietnamese we have a lot of
say,
richest guys in
mm-mm,
Vietnam. So I have few of them, and one of these guy I like, he will say this sentence. He say, "Have you ever when people talk to him, ask him a question in newspaper, interview him about,
mm-mm,
or people talk about this about you? What do you think about that?" And he will just half laugh and then he like, huh, and then he will like my character face, right? Like, and then he asked the guy, I say, have you ever climbed the mountain? Then the guy say, not yet. I say, okay, have you ever considered climb one? He say, no. I say, okay, how about just assume today you climb? And he like, okay, if I climb 10 steps and you climb 10 steps, do you think that I say, oi, are you still okay? Do you think you can hear what I calling you? Then he like, yeah, of course, 10 steps is not much, here to there.
Yes, correct.
Then he say, that's a very good point. How about now I climb on top of the mountain and I look down, I say, hey, are you there? Are you okay? Do you think you still can hear me? And the guy is frozen. He like, what this guy try to say? He say exactly the same feeling that I'm on top of here and you try to talk to me. I cannot even see if your mouth
Moving. I cannot even see you as a person. You just
Yeah.
like a.
Let's move to the next question. And I think it's so damn good the way he answered.
But it is true.
It's a cockiness, it's a powerful way of give statement. And the next thing he showed that I'm not cocky. I'm just to tell you that my life is have more shit here to deal than somebody ask me about question about how good am I at entrepreneur when I'm a top 3 richest guy in Vietnam. I don't know why I have to answer that question. You know what
the
I mean?
result is already out, right?
Exactly. I say like, can you just like, and you see, this is something I learned as well. You know, newspaper or people who do news, sometimes they cut and they edit the conversation with famous people or rich people, but they're not even anything close near to all that people brain. That's why I hear all these conversations. I love it because the brain of how you say it, it's just, and then you can book the interview to the stun for like half an hour. Don't understand what is going on because it's true. You think the higher you climb to the mountain, you will care the noise behind you or not.
No.
The more you don't care the noise, the more you will realize you climb so fast and so quick.
Yeah.
I cannot even imagine I'm for the last 6 months, I'm a different person. And I'm this period, I remember this time last year, I was witness my mental heart attack for the first time. And now I'm lost in forever. Right? It's like, can you imagine this time last year? Right.
You never know. You
Yeah.
didn't know.
It's just around the same time. And it's like, and you realize that how much you grow for just
In 1 year.
in 1 year, and then you look back at how do I bounce back stronger, like because you go so far that now the noise is gone. And I still remember at that period that I had this conversation for him. I say, is that worth to be success and rich like you? Because he is the next level that I'm going to be there, I want to
He's
be at
top of the mountain.
yeah. And he not say amazing, this is what he say, amazing, clear, loud and confident, and I love it.
And he did it by himself.
Yes. And then the next question I ask him is, what is struggling you have now compared with when you start up? Because I'm sure when he in my age, 30, he will have a different struggle.
Yes.
So he say, when I'm 30 like you, I was struggling with family. I just divorced. I have 2 daughters, half the time with the mom, half the time with me, run company, dating my current wife. That's what he busy with.
So many things to do.
It is, right? So I can tell that, oh, so I'm actually in the same state, we're a different gender, but we go through the same thing because kids still young, still school. You're still not sure about commitment again because you're busy to run company. So, and then you have company to run, and then you need to make
Feed
sure
people.
every month you feed people in
Yes.
company. So it's the same thing. Then he say, but if you ask me, the rule of the game at my age right now is how can I live longer and healthy to enjoy the wealth I make?
Yeah.
And it shocked me because you would think people at that age they have everything they wish for. They have everything that they wanted.
No, they have no time. They running
And
out
then
of
they
time.
realize that they run out of time.
Yeah, they
I
running
mean,
out of time.
with all the money they have, now how do they spend? And that's why, that sentence from last year, it still go with me. And I think this will be go with me for the rest of my life. That's why I start care so much about my health because, and I only after because of meeting him, I go back straight away. I do blood test and I figure out I have cancer, and then it cleared out for me. So I feel like the tragic happened for me to reflect so many things in the years. That's why when drama come in my life, you see, I'm just saying, so what? So what next?
Yeah,
So
but
what?
if tomorrow you die, does it really matter?
Exactly. What is matter about? You're going to book your whole heart and lung to loudly explain, I'm not that kind of person. This is who am I. You think people care?
Yeah, sometimes
know.
people they talk about their boy girl relationship out there, right? I'm not saying that love is not important. Love is important
Yeah.
for human beings and connection. But if you really think about it, this person betrayed you, yeah, yeah, yeah. But what can you do about it at the end of the day?
Yeah.
Tomorrow, if you die, you really think, let's say today I tell you you only have 24 hours to live. You think you will still think about the guy?
No.
Probably not. You will think about something else. So then that
Or
is
maybe
what.
some people emotional and may still run there and say, I will die here for you. I have to die anyway.
Oh yeah, I have to die anyway. What a fucking waste of time.
I know.
Okay, I don't know, but for me, because I had a conversation with my husband,
Yeah.
when we talk about death, right? I asked him, what will you do?
Eva, if mommy die, what do you do?
She will get her mom's ashes first. I must say for the mic, sorry, okay, yeah. She's very task oriented. She's like, my mom teach me to do the job first, so get the ashes first.
No, last night we watched the movie. That's why I think she remembered that. So in the movie, the movie is the she is a policeman.
What's the movie's name?
The policeman, but she will get the crime guy who criminal
Criminal.
hit on her head just like this.
Oh, so she paid.
And then no, she's still back to work at normal.
Oh no,
Then her colleague did not think it's a big deal.
Ah.
Then half an hour later, she fainted and she passed away.
Oh, because
Brain dead.
concussion. Okay,
Yeah,
okay.
she started vomit and then brain dead.
Concussion,
right?
yeah.
But before, when she brain dead, her mom will bring the card, come to the doctor and say, hey, this is my daughter wish
Mhm.
that if anything happened to her, she would wish to donate everything she have in her body for
Science and for donation.
donation and help
charity, yeah.
and save other people.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
So all her whole body, it can save up to 7 people. Because she's young, she's 20 plus.
Oh,
But in the movie, make it more drama that I have one people in jail, you call what?
criminal.
A criminal in jail that he have some infection. But his
Oh.
infection is so sick that if you don't cut the infection out
He'll
and
die.
book a new part inside, he will die.
Body part.
Body part.
Okay.
And the doctor in the movie was so conflict themselves.
Oh, like, do I save this criminal or not?
Yeah.
With this body
Or
part?
should I give a body part to someone else?
Oh,
But
no.
followed by donation, the nearer in the hospital should deserve it first.
Like
because
whoever is next, right?
next skin, right? And she was so much conflict. But when I saw the part that the doctor take each of a part and donate to different hospital and the ambulance outside and ready to run with the thing because the clock
It has
is
to be
clicking, fresh and clicking. And then Eva was there and I say, when I pass away, you need to remember do this, okay? And she like, oh, okay, mommy. And then you can take my ashes and do whatever you want. So now that's why she say that.
She's very task oriented.
Yeah. But at least she know her mother wish. So when she there, she was like, okay, this if me is my mother, what do my mother want to do with her body?
Yeah,
Okay.
sometimes it's not about what I want to do. What does the dead person want?
Yeah, what my mom wants to do.
Yeah,
right? So,
with the body.
well, wait, go back to your husband. Say if you
Oh, yeah,
tomorrow you die.
Correct. Tomorrow, I asked him that question one day because we're clocking steps, right? So we take walks together quite often, which is nice because we talk. It forces us to talk without anything.
Yeah.
No phone, no nothing, no Netflix, whatever. So I asked him, I said, hey, what would you do if I tell you only have 24 hours to live?
Mm.
Because my husband is somebody who thinks very long term.
Yeah.
So sometimes I'm very short term, he's very long term.
Yeah.
So sometimes for him, I will ask him questions like that. What if you only have 24 hours? So all your long term plans is gone. Or you think about 20 years, 20 years, 30 years. No such thing. Tomorrow you die. I said, what if tomorrow you die? What will you do? He say, he will go. He started to say he will go Japan. He will travel. I don't know whatever.
I thought he said he will download dating app.
Yeah, he said he want to go Japan and see the girls there, the Japanese girls. I was like, oh, okay, can. He said you angry. I said, no, you're dying soon. Nothing to be angry about. Right? Just make sure you don't pass anything to me, because I'm still alive, right? Okay, so I'm nothing to angry about. Then after that, then he thought, then he say he want to do a lot of things. I say, no, you only have 24 hours.
Yeah.
So you need to think clearly. 24 hours only. What will you do?
Yeah.
Because it's his habit to think many things, right?
Yeah.
He's an overthinker, so you think many things. I said, no, you know, you think about it. So after that, I said, okay, I done my set because I clocking less steps than him. So I said, okay, I'm done with my set. You think about what you're gonna do if you die. Tomorrow at this time you die. Okay, what are you gonna do? Okay, so I went back up, and then after that, after he finished his steps, I think maybe he some time to think, right? Then he come back, he say, I think maybe I don't need to go to Japan. Is it Japan so important? I said, I don't know, it's you, right? Not me. Then he asked me, what will I do if I am the one that is going to die tomorrow?
Yeah.
Then I say, I will do exactly what I did today.
Yeah, me too.
I will have lunch with my parents and my sister, but I will not tell them I am going to because then it was a drama and a cry and cannot
Enjoy the
enjoy.
moment.
Yes, but I will take a lot of photos with them.
Yeah.
I don't need to explain, right? I just take a lot of photos and videos and whatever. And then after that, but I will tell my husband, so he's the only one that know. Maybe I tell you also.
Yeah.
He's the only one that know. And then after that, I say I will just go same lah, walk with him, go grocery shopping with him, talk nonsense, and that's it.
Yeah, me too. I think I also will do the same. Like, if a 24-hour, do I need to say something or do something? I think I teach everything that I need to teach to my daughter at this age. She need to know.
Like the maximum she can absorb.
Yeah.
Anything else, just watch the
24
YouTube.
hour, I cannot tell her more than that. You know, the rest, please go to Spy and Nice or Miss Me podcast and go to Vietnamese channel and learn
And
about
translation to
your mother.
English.
That's right, right. I think people think like the only thing that you want to do so much because you not do your best every day. I feel I do my best every day as a mom, at friend, as everything. So it's if you already do your best, any crisis come or anybody going to do bad thing to you, you can bounce back strong. Just ask yourself. That's the same.
Really?
In my advice, that's what question I always ask. Really, from young to now, is it really matter? Is it really thing change when you try to change the person, or
Does
you
it
know?
matter as much as you think it
Yeah.
matters? Usually it is not. And then I
They
realized
just
that,
say like people say, you know, when when I got divorced, so I, you know, this is just gossip behind. Yeah, people go one round and they come back to me and they say, do you know your ex family will make story about you? And this is like 2 years after divorce. I say, oh, very interesting. What story they say? They say you are also not very good after you. Yeah, just say that the son is wrong first, but then after that straight away you go out and drink and have guy as well. Is that true? That's when I realized that people can make all sorts of things to just try to destroy you or make themselves look good.
yeah, make themselves
Right?
look good.
Even they say, yeah, my son is bad, but
She's
not,
worse.
she was what? After that, then what did she do?
It's always
And like they know how to turn the story
to
and
make themselves look good.
and I will laugh. I'm like, wow, thanks for sharing me. I didn't know that's so happening behind my back, but yeah, thanks, right? And then, oh, after that, you will realize something else about people, like from the relative, or somehow it will come to you. You know, somehow, some way, it's come to someone.
Maybe not immediately, but it will come
It
around.
comes, and then it will like confirmation with you or whatsoever. And I just tell myself, I'm glad that I did not justify anything, because if I justify, I have more information for people to make up things.
That's why it's important to watch what you say, because
Yeah.
you see it comes around to you. It
Yeah.
means that whatever you say will go around to other
Yeah.
people.
Yeah.
And it's a tough lesson that I have to learn. Because last time I talk too much.
Yeah.
I talk too much
You
rubbish.
you see, we're not perfect, and I admit that I'm not perfect, right? But
We can
I
grow.
try my best to every day live as not perfect, but at the same time that I think the harder lesson for people who are kind and really love with intention and value like me, if you are similar, this is something that I'm old at this age, so maybe you in 20.
Cannot say you old. I'm older.
Okay, like I would say based on my experience, you can take it or you don't. Like advice. You know, the older you are, the harder for you to be a good person. When you're young, you think good is simple. Do a good thing and that's it.
And the world is good. You think.
But the older you are, the harder to keep that energy, naivety, because that keep you going on with do good thing. And then yet you may don't have any intention when you start something, but then people who are go through life longer than you will question about your kindness, and that's when it brings to test. That's why the naivety that yet is not your fault, but yet is also your fault because you start something. And the same thing for me now, the kindness I start. I want to do certain thing. I want to start my charity. I want to start my donation. I start, and I realize a lot of hole on the road I go that I have to. It's not created by me, but I have to clean it. For example, you go to donation place and you see corruption, and it against your value, but you want to help a poor people there. But then you know that the place, the head in charge of that place is corruption. Do you skip this bunch of people who are hungry, or you're willing to corrupt with this guy and then feed this group of people? Like it come back to question of the intention from day one. You still want to be a good people, you still try to be good. I give you example only, okay? You will go through this and many of this every day. You want to be a good friend, and then your relationship go to test. People may book your friendship to test. People may try to destroy your friendship. You run good business with someone, and then your business on test. You really that bond together to trust each other that without money you still can be a team to continue run a business. Relationship between you and your children in test. It's a lot of factor outside to disturb and distract the knowledge you give to the child, or like give them wrong information, make them doubt about themselves. They go back and they question you. So all this will be make you very, very hard the older you are to be a good person in many factor of your life. But too bad, you just have to go through it and face it, because either this direction or that direction, be a bad person, I don't think it's really good as well. So
that's why they call jaded.
yeah,
As you grow older, you see so many things, and because sometimes people hurt. So sometimes people hurt me, and I carry that hurt with me.
yeah.
So I become distrustful of other people. Are you able to let go of that hurt and start new again?
Yeah,
Like a child. Not meaning you childish or you never learn your lesson. But you learn your lesson, but at the same time you still tell yourself it's okay. Can you get over that hurt, that pain, to become open and vulnerable still, and to trust other people? I think that's the hardest thing.
yeah,
Because it's like every time people stab you, you get a scar. And it hurts, right? But you remember the scar. So now you see this new person come towards you. You don't know whether the person has a knife.
yeah,
So you feel like, oh, do I be friend with this person? Maybe the person come out with a knife and can stab you again.
yeah,
So it gets harder and harder with age. That's why I think that's what you mean by when you say it's more and more difficult to become a good person. Yeah, when you're older. I think at the end of the day, for me personally, is the emotion. Have to let go of the emotion and you have to start anew.
yeah,
You take the lesson, but you let go of the emotion. That one is the hardest part to do, because the lesson comes with pain.
yeah,
You have to let go of the pain. Just remember only the lesson and let go of the pain. That's how, for me, I come back stronger. Or maybe I just forget lah, because I have a poor memory ma. But I forget means I forget the lesson also. Cannot much remember the lesson, but just let go of the pain lah. I think for me, I think that's it lah. That's for me.
That's it for today. So
Yes.
I hope that no matter what pain you go through, bounce back stronger is not that difficult. Just remember, is it matter? Today will pass anyway.
Yeah, is it really matter? But both good and bad also the same. So when you're doing great, you are lucky every day, it's also not going to last. So it's not that we are being pessimistic. It's just life. It's a cycle, right?
Yeah.
Good, bad, like that. It's just good like that. So yes, that's how we bounce back stronger.
Yeah.
That's it for today's episode. Please remember to like, share, and subscribe.
I am Amanda Spice.
And I'm Denise the Nice. We will see you at the next episode. Bye.
Bye. That's the conclusion of today.
How
Don't
to
forget
spell
to
it?
like, share, and subscribe.
You are?
I am Amanda Spice.
And the stubborn one. I am Denise the Nice. We will see you guys in the next episode. Bye.